The movement must continue. See, we let it go to sleep. This movement's got to be woke up again.
Good afternoon, Plug family. Happy Friday to you. Again, my name is Renee Unique with Unite Louisville. And I would like to introduce my guest today. I have Virginia Bradford with the African American Against Cancer Association and Mika Charisse with the Life According to Me Association. And how are you?
I am great this morning. Thank you for inviting me and having me here.
Yes, awesome. Thank you for taking your time out. I know it's raining this morning and you have a busy schedule, but I just wanted to make sure that with this being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, that we highlight organizations and associations here in the Louisville, Kentucky area that has been around for many, many years, and you've been around for 30 years, correct?
Yes. In fact, 31 this year, and we started back in 1990, and we'll keep going strong.
Wow. So give me a history about what the Kentucky African American Against Cancer Society.
Right. Well, first of all, we're part of the University of Louisville Brown Cancer Center, Kentucky Cancer Program, and that's a mouthful. But KAAC, Kentucky African Americans Against Cancer, we came together as a group of volunteers, concerned citizens, because more African American women were dying from late-stage diagnosis breast cancer in West Louisville zip codes. So we wanted to know what we could do to decrease that disparity. And so we started the coalition, and we looked at education is the key, and prevention is the key. So we came out into the community, working with the churches and other organizations, making sure that we were doing the education and then navigating these people to where they needed to go for screenings.
Okay, so where can people get screenings now, such as, because it's very important, you know, as women, especially African American women, we have a high mortality rate. I believe 30% increase.
We have a large, well, not as large right now. We've made a difference, but we do have, even though there are fewer of us, more of us die from late stage diagnosis, and now we know that you can survive. So we have a group of survivors that are at the beginning of their journey, and some of them have been 20 and 30 years out, so you can survive and thrive.
Yes.
But you got to find it early. So when we looked at our numbers, we looked at our zip codes, and we first wanted to focus on where the impact needed to be at first. But we have a mobile unit that is going throughout the city, and also Norton's has one as well, but we've had ours for many years, making sure that we're bringing the services to the community. If women are uninsured, we have a program that will pay for their mammogram according to the number of people in their family and their income, and most of us fall within those poverty guidelines. And so they get their mammogram at no cost. If they're diagnosed or they see something suspicious, we bring them into the Brown Cancer Center for further tests to make sure that it's not cancer.
Right. So one of my questions is, you can, self-examine yourself at home. And one thing about it, what I've been reading up and doing some research, especially I'm listening to you, certain zip codes, and we have to remember that these zip codes, a lot of black families, that's where they live.
Right.
And I was doing some research, and it says that the reasons why that black women are getting cancer is because of the perms, the different perms that we put in our hair, the chemicals, the acrylic nails.
There's a lot of things out there, and some of it has truth to it, and some of it doesn't. But we do know that we need to be more cognizant of what we're putting in our bodies and what we're doing, and mainly eating healthier, making sure that we're getting exercise, keeping our weight under control, not necessarily saying that you got to be skinny, but keeping your weight under control based on your body mass index, because then that lends itself to other diseases as well. But cancer is one of them for being obese or overweight, as well as diabetes and heart disease, etc. So we know that changing lifestyle behaviors can also play a part in reducing our risk. But every woman and some men are at risk for developing breast cancer, even if it hasn't run in their families, even if they're eating right, exercising, and doing all the right things. That doesn't exempt them from being having breast cancer. So we don't know why African American women are being diagnosed at younger ages. We know that their cancers sometimes are more aggressive. So genetically, it can go through the family. So I had someone I was talking to yesterday, and a mother, auntie, and a sister all had breast cancer. So genetic testing is now available for us to find out if this gene is in the family. With men whose mothers have breast cancer, they're at a higher risk for developing prostate cancer as well. So.
Right, so does it go, you know, especially because it is genetic, but as far as the diet, the history, the things our culture eats, you know, I think that has a lot to do with the reason why a lot of us are getting cancer, you know, from smoking, and then the microwavable products, you know.
And not eating fresh vegetables, fruits and vegetables. The other thing with the diet is making sure that we're learning portion sizes, how to take some of the salt and the fat out. So people think of going on a diet because of heart disease and diabetes, but our breasts are made of fatty tissue. And so, again, but it doesn't matter what size your breasts are, small, large, in between, you're still at risk for developing breast cancer. So they're also linked to hormones. And so there's a lot of information that people need to have just to know how to help maintain being healthier. And again, those lifestyle behaviors, the smoking, the drinking alcohol, too much alcohol, eating incorrectly, and not getting exercise, all of those things play a part.
Right. So speaking of hormones, what do you think about the milk that, you know, I'm pregnant, I just had a baby, you know, so you have any advice for mothers or first-time mothers that want to breastfeed instead of, you know, because they say, well, breastfeeding helps with, you know, to stop the prevent of cancer, to promote healthy feeding for your child and yourself.
Because it's related to the hormonal levels that are during the time that you're breastfeeding. So you want to make sure that you're breastfeeding not just for that reason, but also to have a healthier baby, because it helps to build the child's immune system as well.
I think a lot of the hormones and the things that are just man-made is, you know, if it's the chemicals and the ingredients in there, we just need to do a little bit more research, especially to protect ourselves as women.
Yes.
So we're going to go on break, and I'll be back, and we'll make sure we tell you exactly what's going on with this association and some upcoming events. The Sister Strut is this weekend. So we'll be back. Hi, my name is Renee Unique with Unite Louisville on the Plug Network Online. Check me out every Friday at noon on your lunch break. Stay connected and stay plugged in.
When you've been pastoring a congregation for 60 years, you got to be very careful who you recommend. I have experienced Spring Valley working with families that don't have the ability to pay.
What's up, y'all? It's Alexa Morgan with Lex Rated Podcast on the Plug Network Online bi-weekly on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Stay plugged in.
No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Commercial cleaning. We educate people on compliance to get through the COVID crisis. Call us at 502-299-0714. No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Again, that's 502-299-0714. Want your brand or business featured on The Plug? Advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. Again, advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. We got the eyes that are looking for you.
Thank you, and we're back for tuning in with us. We unite Louisville and the Plug Network Online. Again, my name is Renee Unique, and thank you for joining us on your midday and lunch break. And I have Virginia Bradford with the Kentucky African American Against Cancer Society, and she has been with us this morning and very informative. And so we want to follow up with the conversation. So there's a couple of questions I would like to ask you. So the mobile unit.
Yes, the mobile mammography unit, which has 3D on it, makes it more convenient for women who work. We have that unit out most days of the week, but especially on Saturdays. On some Saturdays, we're at our local African American churches. And, you know, we brought that unit out because, again, it makes it more accessible to the women who don't drive or what have you, or who can't take off during the week to go into a facility Monday through Friday. And so the unit has, we've screened over 4,000 women annually in this community. And then we're blessed now because Norton's also has a unit. And there's just plenty of people to attract or to recruit to make sure that they're getting screening.
Right, so how can they sign up?
Well, you can call our office, 852-6318. That's the Kentucky Cancer Program. We have schedules, the van is scheduled throughout December. And so there's some location that might be close to where you live. So just to give you an example, we just did Hill Street Baptist Church on Dixie Highway. We did Highland Park, that's on Shanks Lane in Shively. We're going to be at First Baptist J-Town this Saturday, and they have a full schedule. I spoke with Sandra Robinson yesterday. So the van is, when you call, we can give you the locations, but we also advertise it in the newspaper on Sundays. A lot of people don't read the newspaper, but anytime that you want to know where you can go and sign up, you can call our office.
Oh, great, thank you for that. Also, we're going to talk about the Sister Strut. I participated in that a couple of years too, and it's tomorrow?
It is tomorrow, yes. Tomorrow registration begins at 8 a.m. We'll have some entertainment. We've got some youth groups that are going to be dancing. Mm-hmm. We've got Simmons Drum Corps that's going to help to lead the walk. We're going to walk through the stadium, and it's just exciting. This is their 5th year that they came to Louisville, and we have been blessed that they chose Kentucky African Americans Against Cancer to be the recipients of the proceeds, because that also helps us with our programs. Yes. We are a nonprofit up under the University in Louisville and Kentucky Cancer Program. But it's a special initiative that started and that continues to be needed in our community to make sure that we're making that difference in the disparities that we're finding in healthcare for African Americans.
All right, so can people still sign up for the Sister Strut?
Yes, ma'am, they can. I found out today that we've got about 375 already signed up. Yay.
Yes.
And especially since because of the pandemic, we didn't get to do it last year. So please come out. Registration's at 8. We'll get you in and out. The walk starts at 10, and you'll be home or ready to go home by 12.
All right, so check the weather.
Yes.
Rain, thunder, snow, shine, they're going to
We'll
be
gonna out there.
And especially, I'm telling you, I have family members that are survivors of breast cancer. And I always make sure that I get my mammogram every year. And it is very important to me knowing that it runs in my family, and they have fought.
Yes.
They have fought.
They are warriors. So come out and
Yes.
celebrate these ladies.
Yes.
And you know, men, 10% of the male population can have breast cancer. So Richard Roundtree is somebody that we can relate to. Richard Roundtree is probably like a 20-some-year survivor of breast cancer. So with men, a friend of mine asked me on the phone today, well, how do you give a man a mammogram? Well, you might have to just do the ultrasound and an MRI. But if he said, well, we don't have breasts, it's a chest breast cancer, a chest cancer. I said, you have breasts. Men have breasts. We don't call them like we do the ladies. But if there's a knot or unusual spot that you're feeling on your chest wall, you need to have it checked out.
I agree. I agree. Do not let anything abnormal, if you're not, if you're unsure about it, you can always call your family health care provider.
Yes.
And
Get a clinical
yes.
check, a clinical breast exam. And I just want to say, when you were asking about self-exams, women need to know their bodies as well. And sometimes it's the spouse or the significant other who actually feels the lump in the woman's breast. So just be cognizant of anything that feels different, that hasn't been there. You don't want to wait and see if it's going to go away. You need to call your healthcare provider.
I agree. So here at the Plug Network Online Unite Louisville, we want to make sure that we support you in everything that you do. And can you tell everyone about how they can get a hold of you, donate, volunteer, help fundraise? Because this is an important cause that we have to make sure that we support.
Thank you so much, because I'm so excited. We have a new satellite office that's going to be at the Republic Bank YMCA at 18th and Broadway on the second floor. We're partnering with Gilda's Club so that we can provide the resources that are needed to the women, men that are going through their cancer journey. And we also support their family. And so we're support as well as a resource. We have a fantastic support group. We meet right now once a month, but there are other programs and things. So stop in at 18th and Broadway, 1720 West Broadway, Republic Bank YMCA, second floor, red door. Can't miss us. Or you can call our other office, 502-852-6318. And we can answer any questions if you need information or if you just need to have someone to talk to.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you and everything that you do.
Thank you so
much.
much.
And so Sister Strat tomorrow, you guys can still sign up for that. And my next guest is going to be Mika Sharice with Life According to Me organization. And we'll be back right after the break. Hi, my name is Renee Unique with Unite Louisville on the Plug Network Online. Check me out every Friday at noon on your lunch break. Stay connected and stay plugged in.
When you've been pastoring a congregation for 60 years, you got to be very careful who you recommend. I have experienced Spring Valley working with families that don't have the ability to pay.
What's up, y'all? It's Alexa Morgan with Lex Rated Podcast on the Plug Network Online bi-weekly on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Stay plugged in.
No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Commercial cleaning. We educate people on compliance to get through the COVID crisis. Call us at 502-299-0714. No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Again, that's 502-299-0714. Want your brand or business featured on the Plug? Advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. Again, advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. We got the eyes that are looking for you.
Welcome back, Plug family. My name is Renee Unique on Unite Louisville. My guest is Mika Therese with Life According to Me organization,
Yes.
and you're also a empowerment relationship coach.
Yes.
We got a lot to talk about. First, you look beautiful, Queen.
Thank you.
You look beautiful. I have watched you work and admired you. You were
I
out here putting
appreciate
out
that.
some work in this community, girlfriend.
I'm on assignment. That's what I tell everybody. I'm on assignment. This
Yes.
isn't about me. I just stay on assignment.
That's right. Yes, ma'am. So tell the Plug family and everyone exactly what you do and
Okay.
I-
So, Life According to Me
Okay.
is what I call the mecca of everything that I do. Life According to Me is basically me, Mika, and it's the center focal point of everything. That's Concrete Rose, which is my women
Yes.
empowerment group, which is on Facebook.
yes.
Is Ignite Youth Development, which focuses on changing the narrative for our youth. And starting tomorrow, when we open the doors, it will be you'll be able to get information about the garden,
Yes,
which
tell me about
is our
that.
empowerment hub and event space. So it's located on 26th and Broadway, right next to Lyle's Mall.
Okay.
And so just a real quick funny story about that is I was looking for years for this building. And of course, my plans and God's plans weren't seeing eye to eye. So I wasn't finding that perfect building. And I kept ignoring looking at the Lyles Mall area for obvious reasons. I am not a Louisville raised person, but I'm very aware of certain areas. And I was like, nobody's going to come see me if I'm down there. But I had to think about my mission,
Yes.
which is blooming where planted. Everything that we do is focuses on being planted and blooming where you are. It doesn't matter your circumstance. It doesn't matter about your past. It's your or right now. It's what you're going to bloom and become. So why can't I open a building on 26th and Broadway
That's
next to
right.
Lyles Mall? And why can't it be successful? And so the Empowerment Hub will host my 2 nonprofits and, of course, my life coaching business, as well as other nonprofits in the city. They can use that space, they can rent it out, they can use it for workshops because I want to give back to those who just need a step.
Come on.
Sometimes you
now.
just need somebody to just say, hey, I got you.
That's right.
You just take this chance. I'm gonna take that chance on you because somebody took it on me. And it doesn't matter if you have millions and millions of dollars. We're gonna work with what we have because I believe in you. And sometimes that's all people need is that they have this vision, they have this seed, and they just need it to be planted somewhere for it to grow. It doesn't mean that you're not going to transport it later, because transplant is normal and natural, but everybody needs a starting point. And so I'm hoping and praying that the garden will be that focal point, that beginning point for so many different organizations in the city.
Come on now. Come on now. Let them use
We're
you.
not going to preach today.
Yes.
Though. We're not gonna
Oh, we might have to preach on
you
this
follow
today.
me, you know you
Right.
follow me. I know
Right.
I have my moments, but that's just, again, I'm just on assignment.
Come
I'm just
on.
simply on assignment. I'm doing what I'm being called
to do.
And I will
Yes.
tell you that I ran from that call. It went to voicemail for years because I did not want to take on that responsibility of somebody else's life when mine was still a train wreck. But God said, no, you can do it, and I'm going to use you at this moment.
That's right.
Where you
At your
are
vulnerable.
now.
At your vulnerable is when you use
So
your best.
everything came
Yes.
out of my pain. My grandmother died in 08. I also got divorced in 08. And from that, I became a life coach. I started doing empowerment workshops for women. And then I realized that I was really, really interested in relationships. Not just, those husband and wife relationships, but even those relationships that you form with your friends and your family and even at work. Because sometimes it's those relationships that will make and break your work experiences as well. And so I got real heavy and started studying relationships, and so that's why now I specialize in relationships on all levels, not just the romantic relationships that we tend to think about. I love it. I love it. I love changing the narrative, which you'll hear me say a lot, which is our mission statement for our youth. Because you don't have to be stuck just because you're a little black boy or a little
That's
black
right.
girl
That's
and you
right.
live in the West End or you live in Newburgh or you live in Shively, that you have to be that scenario. That's not your final destination. You can be so much more. And so started putting these workshops together for the youth that focuses on changing the narrative. What do you want to be? Doesn't matter what your mother was, doesn't matter what your father was, doesn't matter what your neighbor or your best friend is going to do. What do you want to do? What does that narrative look for you? My son is 6 foot tall, my oldest son. Clearly he plays basketball, but he didn't have to.
Right.
And I wanted him to see that he had options. You have the ability to change the narrative. Don't let nobody tell you just because you're a 6 foot tall black boy and you can hold a basketball in
Right,
your hand,
exactly.
that that's the only thing that you can do in life. What else do you want to do? What do you want to become? On the flip side of that, I had another son who didn't want to touch a ball at all.
Right.
That wasn't his thing. But little black boys, you either play basketball or you end up on the streets, right? Or you play football, you end up, like, there's no other place for us to go for little black boys to be anything else. But he's really into arts. So we started setting up these workshops and programs that allowed him to explore what entrepreneurship looks like, how to take a lemonade stand,
Right.
what it looks like, back it up. How do you grow a lemon?
And that's what we're missing out here, because all it takes is one person to believe in you.
All it takes
That's
is
all
one.
it takes, one person to believe in you.
It just takes that one person, that one opportunity, and that one statement to change the whole spectrum of the direction that you're going in. I know for me, it was my grandmother. And everybody always tells me, you know, well, you have to pick this or that. You can't do everything. But my grandmother did everything.
Yeah.
She did everything because she had to. You know, she didn't go to college. That wasn't in her cards for her. So she baked cakes, and she was a nurse, and she ended up having a child care center. And she did all these things. She did the crafts. So why can't I do all of these
Exactly.
things?
It's already in your blood.
Because it's who I
Yeah, it's
am.
who
I
you
don't
are.
really
Yes.
fit into a box. And so if you go to my website, Life According to Me, the very first sentence says, I won't apologize for the box you tried to obtain me in. Because so often we get into this, well, you have to be this, you have to do this, you
Right.
can't do this and this, but why not? So that's what Life According to Me is. That's me. That's me being funny. That's me being goofy. That's me telling you my stories and hope that it inspires you, or says, I don't want to do this for you. It just gives you that hope. So I'm really excited about the direction that it's going in.
Honey, God got you. I see that glow all over you. He got
Thank
you.
you.
I see a
Thank
glow all
you.
over you because you're doing
Thank
exactly
you.
what you're supposed to be
Thank
doing.
you.
And that's that call. And then you're living a purpose. And every successful person has a testimony and a story behind them.
Yes.
And you using yours
Thank you. Thank
to help other people.
you. I am.
And I tell you what, honey, we definitely gonna connect and we're gonna go out here and do God's work. So tell everyone exactly how they can get a hold of you, support you. You have some upcoming events. You have the
Yes.
event tomorrow.
So the garden, the doors open tomorrow at 6 p.m. at 728 South 26th Street. The best way to find me is lifeaccordingtomemi.com. That again holds everything. If you
Okay.
need a life coach, I'm on there. If you need to book a venue, it's on there. If you want to get somewhere for your youth to get involved in, all that information is on the website. It's all there. There are no small questions. There are multiple opportunities. We fit every budget, so money is never an issue. If you need help, we are going to help you.
I think we're gonna stop by there tomorrow. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Out here in Louisville, Kentucky, you have to make sure that you stay connected. So here at Unite Louisville, this is what we do. We created a platform for people like Mika and Miss Bradford, because there is so much good out there in the hood that we want to make sure that we are connecting you to these people and giving them information. And I love what you have been. Hi, my name is Renee Unique with Unite Louisville on the Plug Network Online. Check me out every Friday at noon on your lunch break. Stay connected and stay plugged in.
When you've been pastoring a congregation for 60 years, You got to be very careful who you recommend. I have experienced Spring Valley working with families that don't have the ability to pay.
What's up, y'all? It's Alexa Morgan with Lex Rated Podcast on the Plug Network online bi-weekly on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Stay plugged in.
No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Commercial cleaning. We educate people on compliance to get through the COVID crisis. Call us at 502-299-0714. No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Again, that's 502-299-0714. Want your brand or business featured on The Plug? Advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. Again, advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. We got the eyes that are looking for you.